and welcome to Life's Biggest Questions, the channel that looks to answer exactly those. Now this is a new channel, so if you like the content of this video, please help us out by subscribing. Do it right now! I'm Rebecca Felgate, and today we are going to answer the ever-debated question as to whether or not aliens are real. Stay tuned, because we have an answer for you. Aliens, by definition, are beings from another world. Before we're able to answer whether or not aliens are real, we must first look at a few key factors. First off, we are going to look at eyewitnesses and conspiracy theories. Since time began, people have had odd experiences, seeing things out of the ordinary. By now, we know that the mind can often play tricks on us.
These aren't the droids you're looking for.
Take this still image for example. On a couple of glances, people can be convinced that this is a moving image. Conspiracy theories promoting the existence of aliens are rife. Ever since the Industrial Revolution, humans have been able to develop the technology to look outwards from our little rock, realizing that the Earth is one of 9 planets in our solar system alone. Beyond that, there are many solar systems within our galaxy, the Milky Way, which contains an estimated 30 billion planets. Our galaxy is one galaxy of 100 billion in our observable universe, meaning our Earth numbers probably can't even count the number of planets that could exist. On this realization, millions have wondered whether we are alone out there. Many are convinced we are not, and indeed, many claim to have seen alien life on Earth for themselves. Roswell, Area 51, the Great Los Angeles air raids, the Mantle incidents, the Suffolk sightings, and more. Each of these have had their own conspiracy theories, ultimately culminating to many thinking that UFOs are real and aliens are trying to reach out to us. On top of that, many believe the US and Russian governments are trying to cover it up. Wild. So how credible are these suggestions? Well, they range from kind of reasonable to outright insane. Now let's talk about eyewitnesses from a number of notable sources, all of whom claim to have experienced UFOs or indeed alien life forms. You may know the name Buzz Aldrin. He was, along with Neil Armstrong, one of the first men on the moon in 1969. During the successful Apollo 11 flight, US astronaut Buzz has claimed he had a UFO encounter. He said, "I observed a light out the window that appeared to move alongside us." He had many suggestions as to what it could be, but this has sparked many whisperings of intelligent life monitoring our increasing intelligent Earth. So who out there believes in aliens? Former President Jimmy Carter believed that he saw an unidentified flying object, although his description does sound a lot like a rudimentary drone. New York Knicks star Baron Davis claimed that he was abducted by aliens, and Beatles legend John Lennon believed he was visited by bug-like creatures who gave him a silver egg. Again, this could have been the result of way too many drugs. Unless it happens to us, how can we know for sure? And even if we saw these things firsthand, who would believe us? So let's turn our attention from theories and notable first-hand accounts to a more universally trustworthy source: science. Scientific discovery since that first moon landing in 1969 has gone an incredibly long way. In the 21st century, we are learning more and more about our neighbouring planet Mars, which we know now is one of 30 billion planets in our galaxy. So, Mars. Evidence taken from a meteor found in the Sahara Desert in 2011 has indeed suggested that life once did exist on Mars. Scientists found evidence of small round objects that look like bacteria on Earth, plus organic molecules and minerals they think were made by the bacteria. On top of that, our Mars investigation has led us to discover that the planet once contained water, which scientists currently believe is key to all life. Aha, so there we have it, our first piece of solid evidence in the aliens are real debate, and it is a major one. There was life on Mars. David Bowie need wonder no longer, but wait, there was life on Mars. That doesn't mean that there is today. Our Mars rovers Spirit and Opportunity haven't encountered anything yet, which means that if there was once life on Mars, it could be all but extinct today. As we know, Mars is one of 30 billion potential planets in our galaxy alone. If we have only really investigated our neighbour, who is to say what is going on with the other 30 billion sitting out there waiting to be discovered. With that in mind, let's turn our attention to how well equipped we are to find it, even if it is there. Absence of evidence is not evidence of absence. We are simply not well equipped enough to explore all corners of the universe, and who is to say we will ever be?
Do it!
We have been exploring the Earth and beyond in some way or another for only 200 years. What if other alien life has come within spotting distance from Earth and we simply never knew? A wild theory, sure, but who is to say for certain? Who is to say that there are not other civilized life forms out there, but they have simply been developing on a different timescale to us? One theory I want to talk about before we reach our conclusion on whether or not aliens are real is the Great Filter Theory. To put this simply, many believe that yes, of course there is intelligent life out there, but we are so prone to catastrophe that our civilizations are destroyed before we are able to make the ultimate scientific discovery. Warfare or natural disasters on an epic scale are capable of sending life on Earth back to the Dark Ages, wiping out the human race, and even producing a new life form that needs to start all over again. This is what happened with the dinosaurs after all. And perhaps this is happening to other planets too, so far away that they're wiped out by the time they're able to reach us. Similarly, perhaps we are the ones who are less technologically advanced. Perhaps all life forms reached the ultimate intelligence billions of years ago and are having one huge party together on another galaxy. Perhaps we were just way too late to get the invite. Or maybe we're the first. Who knows? But that is not the question of the video. The question is, are aliens real? So are they? Some reputable sources, including astronauts, claim they have seen them. There are indeed some conspiracy theories floating around out there, which need to be taken with a certain degree of caution. What we cannot argue with is scientific discoveries and breakthroughs and the rules of probability. The discovery of bacteria on Mars is a major tick in the yes box. The fact that we are just one of billions of planets out there in a universe that we haven't been able to find the end of yet, if there is indeed an end, leads to the mathematical probability that, of course, we are not alone. Are aliens real? Yes, they are. Have we found them yet? There is no concrete evidence that we have found them alive. Will we find them? Well, that's a question for a whole new episode of Life's Biggest Questions. So, wow, that was a pretty intense first question for Life's Biggest Questions. Did you guys enjoy this episode? I know that this is a very, very vast topic and it is near on impossible to cover every aspect in one video. So, if you have anything to add, then please do so in the comments section below. I'm Rebecca Felgate. This has been Life's Biggest Questions. Please hit that subscribe button and stay tuned for more big answers.